Catch a new Andy Richter Fox Tuesday at its regular time.
Coming up on the news, there is no case tonight against Cardinal John Mahoney. We'll have the very latest. Then we'll have the latest on the plane crash in the Sequoia National Forest. The bodies were recovered on this day. The news starts next.
To think young.
Fox tomorrow, it's a special hour of comedy. First, the best part of breaking up is making up. So are they back together?
Oh, yeah.
God, no.
Find out on That 70s Show. Then something evil lurks on Grounded for Life.
I'm gonna die!
Plus, she was genetically engineered to be a human weapon. And now that her secret is out,
we are in pursuit.
Max will be forced into a deadly trap.
Let's do it!
An all-new Dark Angel. It all starts at 8/7 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Tonight's closed captioning of the KMPH 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Best Buy. For the latest technology, turn on the fun at Best Buy.
Good evening. Fresno drivers may soon be hit with traffic tickets as the cameras on First and Herndon and Blackstone and Herndon get set up to catch red light runners. And Fresno police say accusations of Cardinal Mahoney's alleged misconduct more than 3 decades ago are unfounded.
Also tonight, what the woman who made those allegations has to say now. And later, the bodies of the pilot and 3 teens killed in a tragic plane crash in the South Valley are recovered. We've got those stories and a lot more on the 10 o'clock news starting right now.
You're watching KMPH Fox 26. And now, the Valley's only primetime newscast. This is the KMPH 10 o'clock news.
Fresno police investigating allegations made against Cardinal Roger Mahoney say there is no evidence a crime was committed.
In fact, a Fresno woman accused the Cardinal of sexually abusing her more than 30 years ago, but tonight police are saying the case is closed. Catalina Samadon joins us here in our studio tonight with more on our top story. Catalina.
Well, John Shading, the allegations were made last month by a former San Joaquin Memorial High School student. However, it was Cardinal Mahoney himself who made the allegations public.
News of the allegations made headlines across the world over the weekend, but less than a month from the date the allegations were made, Fresno police say their investigation is over.
The simple elements of probable cause. Was a crime committed, and did a particular person commit the crime? And as of today, we have no evidence to support any allegations against Cardinal Mahoney.
Mahoney, who oversees the largest Catholic archdiocese in the U.S., was in Fresno from 1964 to 1980. The allegations stem from an alleged incident in 1969 when 51-year-old Flora Mae Hickman attended San Joaquin Memorial Catholic High School. Hickman claimed she was knocked unconscious while fighting and woke up missing some clothes. She says Mahoney was there.
They were non-specific allegations. Wasn't certain whether or not it was Cardinal Mahoney. Certainly he was there at that time, so he would have been a familiar face to many of the students on campus. However, he really had very little contact on campus at that particular time. So in almost his contact with the students was almost non-existent.
Questions had already come up concerning the validity of Hickman's accusations. According to a Fox News report, Hickman, who admits she suffers from schizophrenia, has also accused her parents, classmates, and co-workers of molesting her.
Late this evening, reaction from Cardinal Mahoney. He says he's grateful to police for investigating the claims against him, and he's pleased with the result. John?
Well, late today, I spoke with Flora Mae Hickman, the Fresno woman who accused Cardinal Roger Mahoney of sexual abuse 32 years ago. She told me she will not pursue this case any further because, in her words, if the police have no other evidence, it's useless to pursue it. But she's sticking to her story. Now, keep in mind, Flora Mae did not want us to show her face during this interview. Would be you.
Yes. It's my word against his word.
And it's a hard case to prove.
Yes. Now I know it's a hard case to prove.
But you're sticking to your story.
Yes.
Hickman says she is upset and disappointed the police can't find any further evidence against Cardinal Mahoney. Hickman, who says she was diagnosed by a psychiatrist as being a paranoid schizophrenic, is also nervous about that decision.
Well, because I'm thinking that people are going to think I'm lying about it, which, I mean, if I was lying, I mean, I would have hid and, like, I wouldn't have opened the door and let anyone in when the media came. And I just decided I would, you know, let them know how I felt after Monsignor Mahoney had put my name out, you know, to defend myself.
The allegations surfaced last week by Cardinal Mahoney himself, who has denied any wrongdoing. Hickman claims while she was a student at San Joaquin Memorial Catholic High School in 1970, she was knocked unconscious and woke up to find the bottom portion of her clothing removed and then Monsignor Mahoney standing over her.
I tell you the truth, I feel sorry for both of us, because both of us is going to be tarnished because they're not going. Some people are not going to believe what I had to say, and he's a cardinal. He's way up there, and I think it's damaging.
Believe her or not, Hickman now says all she wants now is an apology from Cardinal Roger Mahoney.
In the South Valley, a sense of closure tonight for several Visalia families as the search teams recover the bodies of the pilot and 3 teens killed in a tragic plane crash. Today, recovery teams airlifted the remains of 43-year-old Patrick Carey and his 3 passengers, Bobby Crane, Justin McLean, and Jason Tilley, all freshmen at Golden West High School. The 4 died Saturday afternoon when their plane went down in a remote part of the Sequoia National Park. Searchers found the wreckage about 5.5 miles southeast of Morro Rock. It had apparently impacted directly into the side of a mountain. Mike Cully now with more on the recovery and what might have gone wrong.
Even hovering just above treetop level, it is still difficult to make out the wreckage of the small plane. Investigators say from the looks of things, the aircraft first crashed through more than a dozen huge trees before impacting into the side of the mountain. The Piper Cherokee then apparently broke into pieces and caught fire. Very little remained for recovery crews like John Crotty to spot from the air.
Real steep terrain. The timber up there was pretty tall, probably 150-foot trees, and real tough to look down through it.
In fact, teams had searched this area from the air more than once before, its location hidden in a valley southeast of this park landmark. But yesterday they caught the break they were hoping for.
We picked up the emergency locator transmitter signal.
So it was active?
Yeah. It was just a real weak signal in a small area.
Today, crews were airlifted in to the unfriendly environment.
It's uphill, it's rough, it takes half an hour to 45 minutes to get through that process, so, you know, it's very difficult.
These are the sorts of conditions rescue teams had to negotiate just to get to the crash site. As you can see, it's mostly all uphill, very rocky, very thickly forested around here, and that's just to get to the site itself. From there, they start their investigation, begin extracting wreckage and the victims.
It's apparently pretty angled. There's a lot of trees. It's just very rocky. It's just real rough going.
But once on scene, investigators from the NTSB started piecing together what might have happened. One factor they're looking at, the weather. They say the crash happened at about the 6,500-foot elevation, yet the cloud cover had dropped to around 5,000. The pilot could have become disoriented and lost his bearings, but investigators will also look at the plane to see if it was mechanically sound. A preliminary report should be ready by early next week. In the Sequoia National Park, Mike Cully, the 10 o'clock news.
Tomorrow, crews will extract the wreckage of the plane. That will then be taken to a facility in Palmdale where it will be reconstructed. And tomorrow, a memorial service is scheduled for the 3 teens killed in the crash. It'll be held at their school, Golden West High School, at 2:30 in the afternoon.
In the meantime, back here in Fresno tonight, after months of delays, those red light cameras are finally working. They're actually taking real pictures of you driving through major intersections in North Fresno. So beware. Tomorrow, reckless drivers could be hit in the pocketbook. Garrick Brenner is live in our newsroom tonight with more on that story. Garrick.
John, those pesky red light cameras are 9 months behind schedule, but city officials with the city of Fresno say tomorrow they are finally going to work, but still not quite operating at full force.
For months, these lights have had the cameras, but tomorrow the city promises finally some action. Those much debated red light cameras in North Fresno at Blackstone and Herndon and First and Herndon go to work at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Those caught running lights are promised $270 tickets.
We're anxious to demonstrate the system and see if it delivers on the promise of reducing the number of red light violations and also reducing the number of accidents.
But so far, the promise has not delivered. The lights were originally slated to catch red light runners back in July of last year, but the program has been plagued with problems. Water damage to leak-proof technology, cameras mistakenly photographing cars on side streets, and no place to plug into power for night shoots. In fact, the extra lighting at Blackstone and Herndon is still offline. Now the city councilman who led the cause for cameras sees them as visual pollution.
Those lights are the ugliest looking lights I've ever seen in my life. If I had known they were going to muck up that intersection looking that way, I might not have approved in the first place.
The cameras were originally sold as lifesavers in a city that led the state in per capita deaths caused by red light running. And they were also predicted to generate about $1 million a year in ticket revenue for the city. But an extended warning period did not find many violators. And now it's not clear if the private company paying for the cameras will earn its money back.
The goal, as the mayor has pointed out, really is safety and reducing accidents and reducing violations. And the revenue side of it is not really our greatest concern.
City officials say red light runners will get a ticket in the mail along with a photo to judge the violation for themselves. Red light cameras are going in at McKinley and First in August as well. Live in the newsroom, Garrick Brenner, the 10 o'clock news.
Leaders of Fresno and Madera County want another dam on the San Joaquin River. County supervisors in both counties want to explore ideas of building another dam to keep local control over the river's water. The two boards have agreed to set up a task force to study the idea of another dam. They are interested in more water storage above the Friant Dam.
Speaking of water, any rain in the forecast in the near future, my friend?
What was that? Any what?
Raindrops?
Oh, no, it doesn't
nothing
look like
that.
it, John. We're not expecting any rainfall. As a matter of fact, we are expecting some pretty nice weather as we move into the weekend. Today we had 79 degrees. Some clouds came in this afternoon, a little breezy and windy, but other than that, hey, it's been kind of nice. How about the allergy situation? Dr. Boz tells us the pollen was very high and the mold was moderate. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. If you want a wonderful lunch, go to the Merchants Lunch at Holy Trinity Armenian Church in Ventura and M Street tomorrow from 11 to 2. They got to go, they got the drive-thru, and they've got great food. The lady's been working for days on end preparing I wonder if they're going to cook the flowers. You know, those Armenians, they'll stuff the flowers with something. Anyway, great food tomorrow at the Merchants Lunch, St. Paul's Armenian Church, not St. Paul's, Holy Trinity, sorry about that, right across the street from the Convention Center and Salland Arena. All right, tomorrow, what kind of weather is it going to be? At 12 noon when you're having lunch at Holy Trinity, 72 degrees, 81, and partly cloudy by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Air quality is going to be good in the north and the south, moderate in the central, a no burn day in the north, and a burn day for the folks in the central and the south. And I come back, we've got the exclusive weekend getaway forecast.
Do you like Armenian food?
Ooh, do I love Armenian food. Holy Trinity, I will be there tomorrow for lunch.
Yes.
Can you bring us some leftovers?
Bring
Yeah.
us some.
Yeah, they make it from there to here.
Oh, I know. Good stuff.
Still ahead here on the 10 o'clock news, new pictures, new photos of Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat.
Plus the verdict in the case against Ohio Congressman James Traficant.
And Israel steps up its West Bank offensive. Then, the salary battle continues for Fresno teachers. Plus, hundreds of future teachers come out for the spring teacher recruitment fair. Later, great news for moviegoers with crying babies.
You're watching the Valley's only primetime newscast with John Mallows, J.D. McLiver, Gopi Soteropoulos with weather, and Ralph Wood sports. The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
Why is Roundup Ultramax your most effective choice? In the first 2 hours, it delivers 3 times more weed-killing power to the roots than Syngenta's latest imitator product. Roundup Ultramax, 3 times more right to the root in the first 2 hours.
How does Roundup deliver more than great weed control? With Roundup, you get technical support, new ideas for weed management, biotech crops for innovative solutions. With Roundup Ultramax, the rewards go on and on. Nobody else backs you like Roundup. Nobody.
Out here, power has nothing to do with the view from your office. The size of your desk. Or the title on your business card. The Toyota Tundra, better from the ground up.
Marlin's Office Furniture invites you to visit our new showroom, centrally located on the corner of Blackstone and Shaw. We've created the perfect blend of commercial and residential office furniture in the largest showroom in the Central Valley. Marlin's offers personal and professional service and a wonderful selection of mission, contemporary, and traditional styles. Come in and see what we have to offer at the corner of Blackstone and Shaw. Marlin's, your complete source for home and business office furniture.
Secretary of State Colin Powell is in Israel, where he'll try to find a common ground between the sides there. Only hours before his arrival, Israel stepped up its West Bank offensive. More than 4,000 Palestinians have been detained in the military operation, and that number is expected to grow. Jennifer Griffin has more on the turmoil in the Middle East.
In a gesture to the U.S. Secretary of State upon his arrival, the Israeli army pulled out of about 24 small towns and villages, but pressed forward with its operation elsewhere, entering others. Israel still holds the 4 largest Palestinian cities in the West Bank, but suicide bombers keep going off. In Hebron today, a 20-year-old Palestinian exploded prematurely, killing himself, wounding other Palestinians. And outside Nablus today, a Palestinian man killed his wife and injured his 2-year-old child after the explosives he was handling blew up. And in Tulkarm, Israeli tanks re-entered the city 3 days after leaving to arrest a woman planning a suicide attack disguised as a pregnant woman. Prime Minister Ariel Sharon said he understands Israel's operation is straining U.S. relations with Arab countries, but vowed to press forward anyway.
I realize the Americans have problems in this region, but our operation will continue. It will continue.
These are the first pictures from the Jenin refugee camp since the Israeli army occupied the city 10 days ago. Massive destruction. Israeli bulldozers shaved off the front of homes there to widen the roads for military vehicles. This man from Jenin says he was held by Israeli soldiers for 2 days and tortured. He says they took his identity card and issued him with a Polaroid picture instead. This woman from the refugee camp says now she would sacrifice all of her children for Palestine after seeing how the Israeli soldiers behaved. Some of the heaviest fighting took place in Jenin, a city known as a recruiting ground for suicide bombers. The fighting stopped today when the militants surrendered after running out of ammunition. Among those killed were several Islamic Jihad leaders. Amidst this maelstrom, Secretary of State Colin Powell plans to meet Yasser Arafat at his compound in Ramallah. These are the first pictures from there in a week. Reports from the compound suggest hygiene conditions are worsening. There's no running water. Some of Arafat's aides, who have spent time in Israeli jails, say this is worse.
Much worse is the situation here in the region since Powell's last visit. And very few people on either side of this conflict think his trip now will do any good. In Jerusalem, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
These pictures of Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat in his besieged headquarters in Ramallah are the first to emerge for nearly 10 days. He's seen here greeting senior Palestinian aides. The Palestinian leader has been kept in complete isolation by Israeli forces, with all media being prevented from recording him or his compound for several days. U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell insists he meet with the Palestinian leader this Saturday.
Now to the war on terror. While troops uncover weapons, a disturbing discovery in Afghanistan. Also, the situation becomes increasingly dangerous for international aid workers in that country. Mike Emanuel tonight is in Kabul and has the very latest.
A second wave of highly trained British commandos are now at the U.S. base in nearby Bagram. The commandos are here to help U.S. forces in possible operations to seek out and destroy al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters. These Brits are experts at mountain warfare, fighting at up to 13,000 feet. About 120 Royal Marine commandos arrived overnight in the dark. Ultimately, there will be 1,700 British forces, commandos, and support personnel at Bagram. To Kabul, where international peacekeepers say they've captured and will destroy 151 Chinese-made rockets. They're the same exact rockets as those fired on the international peacekeepers' compound on Sunday. Afghan government officials say they've also arrested suspected Taliban and al-Qaeda rebels involved in rocket attacks on Kabul. Peacekeeping officials say they are happy to capture the rockets, but after so many years of war here, there's plenty more.
And the level of weapons and ammunitions around in Kabul itself, we don't consider that the collection is massively significant, but there is a good range of weapons from anti-personnel mines to ammunition to RPG rounds and AK-47s.
Tabami, about 80 miles northwest of Kabul, and the investigation into a likely Taliban war crime. The United Nations says it is calling in international forensics experts to check mass graves. UN officials say they found evidence of human remains and clothing, but they aren't sure how many people were murdered.
There was a reference by locals of 35 people in these sites. We cannot confirm that.
Days after an assassination attempt on Mohammed Fahim, the Afghan defense minister, the United Nations is complaining about growing attacks on aid workers in northern Afghanistan. The latest attack, an Afghan employee of the Food and Agricultural Organization was murdered in his home. Back to the British commandos, they are busy getting adjusted to being here in Afghanistan. British officials say it'll take them about 10 days, and then they will be ready for combat. In Kabul, Afghanistan, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Well, you know, it's often called the Forgotten War. Veterans of the Korean War have historically been overlooked, but today those who served in that war were honored in North Carolina. More than 10,000 people showed up at the Korean War Remembrance at Camp Lejeune. The observance was the largest event thus far in a war that was waged against communism a half-century ago.
Ohio Congressman James Traficant, famous for his bird's nest hair and bizarre speeches, became a man of few words today when he's convicted on 10 counts of corruption, including bribery and abuse of his staff. Steve Brown reports.
So what's your hope on appeal? I don't think there's any hope on appeal for me.
Could Congressman Jim Traficant really be ready to just accept legal defeat? The usually outspoken Democrat from Youngstown, Ohio, said little when the jury read its verdict Thursday afternoon. Guilty on all 10 counts.
What made this case is just the evidence and the pattern and hard work by an awful lot of people that I commend.
The prosecution sought to prove that Traficant abused his power by taking bribes, demanding salary kickbacks from his employees, even forcing some of his staff to work on his horse farm.
I don't believe I was tried by a jury of my peers. Okay. I think peers have an understanding of a person's character.
But jurors say Traficant acted in court like he was above it all and could confuse the jury with his boisterous personality. Traficant's conviction does not automatically cost him his seat in the House of Representatives. He can be a convicted felon and a congressman, but already House Democratic leader Dick Gephardt has called for Traficant's resignation. Gephardt saying in a statement, in light of the gravity of the charges outlined in the verdict against Mr. Traficant, I think the prudent course of action would be an immediate resignation.
I've never been one to back out, and if Gephardt's making statements like this, I think Gephardt should look at the Constitution a little bit first.
No one is quite sure what Traficant will do next, but come June 27th at his sentencing, Traficant faces a possible maximum sentence of 58 years in prison, $2.2 million in fines, and loss of any illegally gained property. Steve Brown, Fox News.
In other news, officials released a suicide note left by a former Enron executive, Clifford Baxter. This after an order from the Texas Attorney's Office today. Authorities say the 43-year-old shot himself in the head in his car on January the 25th. Now, the family attorney says he left the note in his wife's car inside the family garage. The letter, which makes no explicit mention of Enron, details Baxter's love for his family. He wrote that he could not be any good to his family or to himself any longer, and he also asked for forgiveness. Baxter's suicide came a day after congressional hearings into the Enron scandal began in Washington, D.C.
Too bad.
Yep.
Sad story.
Yep.
Ralph, what do you have for us?
Fast break football down at the arena tonight, our first look. First look for Fresno football fans who now officially have an Arena League team to call their own. The Fresno Frenzy played their home opener tonight at Selland Arena and provided the kind of high-flying entertainment fans were expecting. They lost a shootout to the San Diego Riptide, 69-52. I'll have more highlights for you a little later in sports. Meanwhile, in golf, they played round one of the Masters today, and afterward, Arnold Palmer announced tomorrow's round will be his last at the tournament he won 4 times.
You know, there are some things in life that is inevitable, and I guess that I'm facing that right now. I'll support this tournament till the day I die, and I'd like to think that I'll come here and be a part of it. But as far as the playing is concerned, it's over. It's done, and I'm certainly unhappy about it, but I'm not sad.
In today's play at Augusta, Davis Love III shot an opening round 5 under par 67. He leads Sergio Garcia and Angel Cabrera by 1. Defending champ Tiger Woods is 3 strokes off the pace. More on the Frenzy later in sports.
Yeah, I love that tournament. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, it is something.
Yeah. All right, Ralph. Coming up next here on the 10 o'clock news, why Fresno teachers are planning a rally for respect.
Mattress Land.
This weekend, Mattress Land is marking down every mattress in our huge $2 million inventory. Every Sealy Posturepedic, every Simmons Beauty Rest, every Spring Air, every Stearns & Foster are all on sale, and thousands of sets are in stock for immediate delivery. Plus, this weekend in Mattress Land, when you purchase a premium mattress set, you'll receive free delivery, free setup, free removal of your old set, and a free heavy-duty bed frame.
Mattress Land.
Fresno, Clovis, Visalia, and Merced.
This is where I work. There is never a dull moment at Walmart.
It's more than a store, it's a fun place to visit.
Might be a school car wash, maybe a kid selling cookies for a good cause.
Shopping's not bad either.
Possibly be a bingo game. Yeah, we had a marching band in here the other day. That was real fun.
We come here to socialize.
I may as well work here because if not, I'd be hanging around here anyways.
You never know what you're going to find at Walmart.
They just come in for the fun of it.
It's like my morning routine, drink coffee and wake up at Walmart.
When the power goes out, who do you turn to? Propane. Clean, efficient, exceptional energy. Visit usepropane.com.
Great trucks, great selection, great deals. You'll find them all right now at the Merlestone dealerships. Deals like $2,500 off MSRP on extended cab pickups, or $3,000 off MSRP on any new Tahoe or Suburban. Even $3,000 off MSRP on the all-new Chevy Avalanche. With more than 200 to choose from, you can pick your truck, pick your price at the Merlestone dealerships in Tulare and Porterville.
Merlestone dealerships, where your best deal is easy.
Fresno teachers are demanding respect. At a news conference today, angry teachers voiced their frustrations with Superintendent Santiago Wood. Wood has said the district can't afford to give teachers a 3.98% raise, but a report submitted to the state last month showed a 16.9% surplus in FUSD's salary accounts. The teachers are planning a rally for tomorrow.
Well, Fresno Mayor Alan Autry took part in a taping of KVPT's Valley Press program today. Autry discussed his plan to appoint all 7 school board members at Fresno Unified School District. Fresno County Superintendent of Schools Pete Mijas says it's not a new idea, and he's not against trying something new, but he doesn't think it's the way to improve things. But Autry says something has to be done because our kids are simply not learning.
You're just selecting the board through the mayor whom the people elect, and you can hold that mayor accountable and that board accountable. If the kids aren't getting educated, you can get rid of that mayor and get rid of that board with one election.
No empirical data to say that with mayoral appointments, student achievement is improved. And that's the bottom line. If you're going to change and take away the right of the voters, you better have something substantive that show that students will learn better.
The mayor's next public forum on the subject of school board appointments will happen on Monday, April 15th at 6 p.m. at City Hall. Stay tuned. Kopi is on the way with your 5-day weather forecast. Also, what a new study reveals about tobacco settlements.
And later, California school districts are shopping for teachers.
He just showed up. What do I do? I don't get paid till next week. I gotta go.
When an unexpected bill shows up, come to Advance America and get the money you need in minutes. Just bring your most recent pay stub, latest checking account statement, and 2 forms of ID. We'll advance you $100 or more until your next payday. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free. So come to Advance America and say, bye-bye, Bill. Call or visit our website for the location nearest you.
Please prepare for landing.
The incredible comfort, style, and selection of the chairs at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries are enough to knock anyone off their feet.
You may leave your chair in the fully reclined position.
Everybody loves twins, which gave us an amazing idea. 2 great chairs for 1 low price. Right now at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you can buy any 2 great chairs for 1 low price. Having twins has never been so affordable.
What are you trying to hide behind those condiments, son? Those soggy burgers have no flavor of their own? You know, you should try KFC Extra Crispy Chicken. Double breaded for extra flavor. Is that all you have to say, Mr. Soggy Man?
Now at KFC, get more crunch for less. 7 pieces of awesome extra crispy chicken. All delicious legs and thighs, just $4.99. That's 7 legs and thighs, just $4.99 at KFC. But hurry, because this offer won't last long.
That's the sound of flavor. There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. Yesterday, you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry. Gonna make a break and take a fake out like a stinking naked shake out like vanilla. It's the finest.
Hey, there's your brother.
See the show 'cause you know the vertigo is gonna go 'cause it's so dangerous. Your life is on a waiver. Can I help it if I think
That's
it's
not
funny
them.
when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile, though I'm sure it's been 1 week since you looked at me.
The 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. Right now, pay 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for an entire year.
In tonight's Health Matters, a new study shows that chimps and humans share 98.7% of the same genes. American and European researchers found that we have many of the same tissues. The big difference is in our brains. Humans have about 5 times more genetic activity. The study is in the journal Science. Another study in that same journal looks at the possibility of taking a pill to get in shape. Researchers at 2 universities have found a chemical pathway that muscle cells use to increase their strength and endurance. The study could make it possible in the future to develop a pill that pumps up muscle cells without any exercise at all. Until then, keep going to the gym. Stress can take its toll on your physical and mental health. Now, some research shows it can even make you fat. But there may be ways to keep those pounds off. Marilyn Mitzel introduces us to the stress-free diet.
I want to optimize my health. I want to look good. I want to feel good.
Don't we all? But Wendy Auerbach's stressful career made it difficult.
I worked very, very hard. The diet, maybe the stress, it just didn't agree with me.
All that stress contributed to her weight problem, and here's how. Stress triggers the release of cortisol. This hormone automatically makes you want to eat huge amounts of food and crave the bad stuff, like sweets. That in turn causes blood sugar levels to peak and crash, leaving you hungrier than before.
If your blood sugar drops, that is your signal to eat because your body wants to survive.
To reset these hormone levels, you've got to reduce your stress. Sleep is also vital. A lack of it may disrupt hormones that control eating habits and metabolism. Get 30 minutes of daylight to keep hormones at their proper levels. Eating 5 or 6 small healthy meals a day also helps. And exercise. It releases the pleasure chemicals, helping us feel good. Wendy is following this stress-free diet, and it's changed her entire life.
It's such an all-round, wonderful experience. It is so worth doing, getting healthy, and focusing on yourself.
Here is another reason to get a grip. Stress hormones cause you to gain weight right in your tummy, and that alone increases your risk of heart disease and diabetes.
Coming up on the 10 o'clock news, a movie theater reaches out to moms and dads with crying babies. And later, a new study on tobacco is released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Join us this Saturday morning at 7:45 at also the Laurel Park for Tai Chi. And now we're waiting for Kobe's exclusive weekend getaway forecast.
George falls for a new girl.
Thank you, George. I haven't had a Big Mac in a long time.
On the next Seinfeld.
Tonight at 11 on Fox 26.
Drew's got big plans for the parade.
I got a cow, a giant spark plug, and Tommy the Rabbit. It's going to be a 40-mile-an-hour piece of crap.
Next, Drew.
Tonight at 11:30 on Fox 26.
The world's top drivers clash in hopes of capturing the crown jewel of street racing. The Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, Sunday on Fox.
I am tough. I am hardworking. I am a rare breed. I am affordable. I am free from boundaries. I am Ford F-Series. And I am California.
There is never enough time, especially at Gottschalk's one-day sale. There's so much on sale and so little time. There's sportswear for her like Sag Harbor, Sarah B., and Norton McNaughton at 40 to 50% savings. Or for your bedroom, these 100% cotton jersey knit sheets. They're as comfortable as your favorite t-shirt. And right now, any size is $19.99. Don't miss the Preview Day Friday, where you'll find super buys. The one-day sale at Gottschalk's.
Critics and audiences are cheering for one of the best family films in years. The Rookie is Disney magic at its best. A movie for anyone who's ever had a dream.
Oh my God!
Dennis Quaid, The Rookie, rated G, now playing.
When your business is overflowing with paperwork, there's a better way to stop the paper flood. The Easy Storage way. At Easy Storage, we can store and protect all your business files, and we'll do the pickup at your home or office. Right now, get 6 months free storage space. Call Easy Storage for more details today.
Ah, what the heck. Call in sick tomorrow. It's going to be such a great day. On second thought, it's payday. You better not.
Oh,
no,
you
I don't
always
think.
Giving people bad ideas.
Yeah, I know. You know, I would never encourage anyone to call in sick.
You know we're just joking, Kopi. We're not serious.
It's tempting.
Well, you could be joking.
We're
Anyway,
serious.
We had a nice day today in the valley. We had some clouds that moved in because it was a little windier, and it was a great night for arena football. Here's some of the great fans from all over the valley having a great time. Oh, the popcorn's not bad either now that you think about it. Hi, folks, having a good time? Oh, look at the muscles on that guy. He might be playing next year. All right. Oh, let's ask this lady what she thought about. Yeah, beautiful ball game. All right, currently 68 degrees, and the dew point is at 53. Winds out of the northwest, a little breezy out there at 13 miles per hour. What were temperatures like today in the valley? Well, not too bad. Above normal. Above normal. That's kind of nice. 79 in Fresno, 80 in Kingsburg. 79 in Madera, 78 for the folks in Sanger. Down in the South Valley, even warmer. 85 in Coalinga, 78 in Bakersfield, 80 in Huron. All right, now, a little bit of rain. Rain, you know, John asked, is it going to rain? Well, we had some rain move through parts of California. Most of it didn't even touch the ground. You saw that stuff? Nothing to worry about, folks. And what's going on? Well, we've got the answer. We're in a zonal flow, folks. Everything kind of moving straight across, as you can see, from the west to the east. As those clouds moved across this afternoon, you saw the winds pick up, a little bit of sprinkles here and there, but none of it really did touch the ground. A few showers up in the foothills. That's about it. Now, by the time tomorrow gets here, we are going to have warmer weather, and skies are going to be just a little clearer. But as you can see, these storm systems, these clouds continue to move into California. So As we go into the next 3 to 5 days, it will be a period of partly cloudy, partly sunny conditions, okay? No rain is in the forecast. Could be a little breezy at times, but by the time we get to Sunday, we got a little system out here. Temperatures will start dropping into the low 80s and mid to lower 70s. Real cool, right, folks? So that's about it. That's the only real major change we can anticipate. Now, conditions across the rest of the country, kind of crazy from the middle of the country up into the Great Lakes today. You had hail in the middle of the country, any parts of Kansas and Oklahoma, anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches in size. Rain and even a little bit of light snow up in through the Great Lakes. Winona, Minnesota, got about 1.5 inches of rainfall as that storm system moved through. Tonight for us, not a bad night. Look at this, 47 in Merced, 52 in Hanford, 51 in Bakersfield. Of course, a little colder up at Shaver Lake, 30 degrees, 43 in Oakhurst. Tomorrow, temperatures rising a little bit, 86 in Coalinga, and in Bakersfield, 83 in Madera, 85 for the folks in beautiful downtown Visalia. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the northwest, 5 to 15. Tonight's low in Fresno, 54 degrees. Let's take a look at this beautiful. Now, what a nice forecast. 84 tomorrow, 85 on Saturday. Here's that slight cooling trend, right? 79 on Monday. Whoa! Get out the thermals and the long johns and put on a sweater there, folks. 81 on Tuesday. Beautiful weather in store for the weekend. Now, UV index for tomorrow is a 7. Exposure rating, 30 minutes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for one of the fastest growing island bound. Join me in August for Hawaii. All right, let's take a look and see what kind of beautiful weather. Oh man, I'm ready to go. If you're going to Lake Tahoe tomorrow, folks, partly cloudy, low 60s. Along the coast, San Francisco, Monterey, partly cloudy, mid-60s. Los Angeles, now they're going to have some early morning clouds, a little bit of fog, but by the afternoon it'll be mostly sunny, mid-70s. In Cha-Ching, Las Vegas, high 80s. And today, I had the pleasure of visiting with some great kids, Jack and Jill Preschool here in Fresno. Wonderful kids, and I read one of my favorite books, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Boy, that was a delicious forecast, wasn't it? Had a wonderful time with all the kids and the teachers out there today. Beautiful day.
Very creative. I like that.
Sounds like a good story.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks, Cope. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news, Ralph Wood with all the highlights in sports, and the CDC puts out a new study on tobacco taxes and settlements.
Since the beginning of taxes,
it's tax season again.
April 15th has meant one thing.
Taxes just keep going up, up, up.
Until now. Introducing Table Mountain's $120,000 tax relief giveaway. Every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., we're giving away $20,000. Random slot and table game players will be chosen for a chance to win up to $1,500. So stop feeling taxed.
People everywhere are getting tax relief.
It's the great $120,000 tax relief giveaway at Table Mountain.
This is what we learn from. This is how we can get new ideas to save energy. That's the reason that they built this store.
If we save energy, it might make the world a better place.
Walmart is definitely setting an example. It makes me feel good.
We have 288 solar panels, 180 skylights in the building. This store is an investment in saving energy.
We're all in this together. Yeah, they're doing their part. It behooves me to do mine.
Actions speak louder than words.
It's a smart thing to save energy. Everybody should care about it.
This message could save your life. All women are at risk for breast cancer. The older women are, the greater the risk. Too many women die of this disease. But with early detection, almost all women survive. So do a monthly breast self-exam, and if you're over 40, get a mammogram every year. It could save your life.
This message was brought to you by Valley Women Care, helping women stay healthy through breast cancer education.
They may get it, but they're not spending it. A new study released by the Centers for Disease Control shows states receive about $16 billion each year from tobacco settlements and taxes on tobacco products. However, the CDC says states use just 5% of that money to prevent tobacco use. What's more, only a handful of states are funding those programs at minimum levels recommended by the CDC.
If you have a Fisher-Price Smart Response swing for your baby, listen up. The company is recalling up to 42,000 of them. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says Fisher-Price has received 7 reports of the swing's seats flipping forward. In 4 cases, babies hit their heads on the floor. None of the injuries was serious. The swing's legs are blue or beige, and the seat is beige or white with the following product numbers on the back. There they are on your screen if you can take a look. For more information on the recalled Smart Response swings, you can call this number, 1-800-942-5912.
And this just into the KMPH 10 o'clock news. Secretary of State Colin Powell's arrival in Israel has not stopped the violence in that country. An armed Palestinian went through the workers' line at a crossing point from Gaza into Israel early Friday morning and opened fire, wounding 4 Israelis, 1 seriously, we're told. Local radio reports say he was shot and killed. Also early Friday, the military said Israeli forces entered yet another West Bank community or town, this time a village near Nablus. The troops made arrest and then they left. And of course it is Friday morning over there already. 10 hours ahead of us.
Continuing.
Yes.
That's too bad. Ralph is in with more upbeat stuff.
Went down to see the Frenzy tonight and had a pretty good time. I think this thing is going to go, especially if they start winning some games. That's always going to help. Coming up in sports, we'll go back down to Selland Arena for more highlights from the first arena football home game in the history of the Fresno Frenzy. They were playing tonight because Selland Arena is booked for hockey Saturday night as the Falcons open the playoffs against Long Beach. We'll have a preview. Sports is next.
Whoever said big things come in small packages hasn't been to the grand opening of the all-new fashion furniture at River Park for a chance to win a brand new Heron Jaguar. There's nothing like it in all of California. The all-new fashion furniture in River Park on El Paso behind Bed Bath & Beyond.
As your local dairy financial specialist, Farm Credit West understands the industry and is here to listen to your needs. It's not just a matter of extending loans. Farm Credit West makes investments in your business. By building relationships today with young, beginning, and small farmers, Farm Credit West is securing long-term partnerships with the dairy industry of tomorrow. Ask your Farm Credit West loan officer about custom dairy loan programs designed with your needs in mind. Call today. Farm Credit West is your local dairy financial specialist and equal housing lender.
Cannot live fully without embracing crime.
Welcome to homicide.
Planning.
Given the sloppy nature of the crime scene, they'll have their work cut out for them.
Pretty good fight. Good for you.
Taunting. I'm gonna cooperate any way that I can.
Really?
He doesn't fit the profile.
Yeah, the profile doesn't fit the profile.
Taking control.
I think these kids did this. I think they're not even hiding it. And I think they want us to know.
Sandra Bullock, Murder by Numbers. Rated R. Starts Friday, April 19th at a theater near you.
Take this place. I'm not sleeping on the floor. What's up, ladies? Dude, leave the door open. Look at you.
Burger, fries, and a Coke. Don't bother me. I'm eating. The Carl's Jr. Superstar.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Sun-Made Raisins, the world's favorite raisin, now celebrating their 90th year.
The exciting, fast-paced game of arena football came to Fresno tonight as the Frenzy played the first home game in franchise history. They hosted the San Diego Riptide at Selland Arena. They call this the 50-yard indoor war, and fast break football certainly lived up to the billing as Fresno's Lamont Webb took the opening kickoff all the way back for the touchdown. That started an offensive shootout between the teams, both looking for their first win. Webb also scored on Fresno's first offensive play, taking a 39-yard touchdown pass from Ricky Ray. The teams combined to score 82 points in the first half, with San Diego putting 50 on the board as quarterback Kane Clonch threw 5 touchdown passes before the break. It was a fun night at the arena. It's only going to get better, but in their home opener, the Frenzy fall to San Diego 69-52. They hit the road to take on the Peoria Pirates a week from Saturday night. Earlier today, former Fresno State quarterback David Carr visited the minicamp of the Texans in Houston. The man who will be the first player picked in the NFL draft watched his team work out in the shadow of brand new Reliance Stadium and got to meet some of his future teammates.
They're all first-class guys. I'm excited, and you know, it was fun being out here and getting to see the ball get thrown around a little bit.
What have you been doing since you got to Houston?
Trying to get some furniture for my house, basically, and that's my wife's job, so I've basically been doing nothing. You know, so I was excited to come out here and get to see this. I've got to go around the town and see a lot of the people that are all excited about the team and everything that's going on.
New Fresno State basketball coach Ray Lopes is in the process of assembling his coaching staff, and one thing is clear, Jerry Tarkanian's guys are gone. Fox 26 Sports has learned Lopes plans to bring in all of his own people, putting Tark's assistants out of work. John Welch, who spent 7 seasons with the Bulldogs, is now in the process of looking elsewhere. The position of Director of Basketball Operations is also being eliminated, which means Jack Fertig will be moving on after 7 years at Fresno State. Fertig hopes to stay in the area, even if it means getting out of coaching, but the guy can do anything, including, as you know, broadcasting. Remember how bad hockey's Fresno Falcons were to start this season? Well, that horrible start was followed by an incredible turnaround, and the Falcons hope it continues tomorrow night. That's when they open the playoffs against the Long Beach Ice Dogs. Dana Green has a preview.
Put up your Dukes, it's playoff time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've been waiting for this since January, so long season over, now the fun begins.
This is the most exciting part of the year for me, and it always has been. The guys are a little on edge, and you know, they got that kind of, I wouldn't say sparkle in their eye, but it's almost like blood in there. And
the Fresno Falcons are the hottest team on ice. No club in the entire league has a better record in the second half of the season than the Falcons' 25-7-6 mark.
I mean, we knew we had a good team at the beginning of the year, and there was going to be a lot of parity in the league, but you know, we had a lot of injuries and suspensions early on, and it just didn't go our way. And you know, the second half we really geared up and we concentrated and we executed well, and obviously we got to where we wanted to be.
Since January, the Falcons are 7-1-1 against Long Beach, their first-round playoff opponents.
It's important. I mean, it's important to go in knowing that you can beat a team, and to have success like we had, it's better than going in and having lost 7 out of 8, so we're happy to be playing them right now.
The goal for the Falcons is to get out of the first round. They've only done it twice in the last 7 years, but Coach Moore says this team has the talent to go all the way to the Taylor Cup.
this is the best team that's ever been in Fresno, and what comes with that is some expectations, and I expect us not to lose in the first round. I don't expect us to lose in the second round. I expect us to take a run at this thing.
And the Falcons would love to reward their record-setting fans who have gone from feeling embarrassed to feeling funky in just a couple of months.
I'll tell you, we have the best fans, and probably all of mine are pro hockey when you think about it. And you know, they're a great bunch, and they're loud every night, and they've been there for us through thick and thin, and there'd be nothing better than to knock these guys off and give them something to cheer about.
Dana Green, Fox 26 Sports.
In baseball, Fresno City College improved to 31-4 today. The Rams, ranked number 1 in Northern California, routed Porterville 21-2. Ryan Hunt had a grand slam. Pitcher Danny De La O improved to 8-0. And in Nashville, the Grizzlies beat the Sounds 7-3. Fresno opens a 4-game series at Las Vegas tomorrow night. In the big leagues, Dodger pitcher Andy Ashby continued a strong comeback after missing all of last season with an arm surgery. A great game today against the Giants. San Francisco's Kirk Reeder cruising with a 2-1 lead in the top of the 8th when it all fell apart in a hurry. Mark Grzelcyk tied the game at 2 when he homered off of Reeder. The next batter was Hiram Boca Chica, who also hit one out off of the left-hander, and just like that, L.A. had the lead for good. Reliever Eric Gagne got out of a 9th-inning jam with the tying run at 3rd. The Dodgers nipped the Giants 4-3, taking 2 out of 3 in San Francisco.
Okay.
So maybe there's hope yet for the Dodgers.
Let's hope not. Thank you. Coming up next here on the 10 o'clock news, a family-friendly movie theater. Also tonight, spring recruitment for California teachers.
Cashback or low APR financing. 2 great ways to buy a new Toyota. Drive a new Solara or a new Tundra, each with $500 cash back or 2.9 APR. Choose the new Sienna and get $1,000 cash back or 1.9 APR. Get $1,250 cash back or 1.9 APR on the popular 4Runner. Cash back or low APR. Get great deals on a great selection right now. Make your move to one of these Central Valley Team Toyota dealers.
Every day we get calls from people who ask us, why should I hire you?
I've been doing this long enough to know what people need. They're injured, they have no transportation, and they need help. First thing we have to do is to provide people with the knowledge to get through the legal system. The second thing we do is to provide the power and the aggressive representation to do just that. We've got nearly 30 years of experience and we're here to help.
The Dunyan Law Firm. Call 1-800-DUNYAN.
Why is Roundup Ultramax your most effective choice? In the first 2 hours, it delivers 3 times more weed-killing power to the roots than Syngenta's latest imitator product. Roundup Ultramax. 3 times more right to the root in the first 2 hours.
How does Roundup deliver more than great weed control? With Roundup, you get technical support, new ideas for weed management, biotech crops for innovative solutions. With Roundup Ultramax, the rewards go on and on. Nobody else backs you like Roundup. Nobody.
Guess who?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Storm.
The dreaded telemarketer.
It's Strom.
Congratulations,
The
Mr.
majority of telemarketing calls are dialed by computer. Now you can stop them with the TeleZapper from Privacy Technologies. When you or your answering machine picks up a call, the TeleZapper sends a signal that zaps your number off the computer's list. Soon those annoying calls just about stop altogether. Get the TeleZapper from Privacy Technologies, now available at Kmart.
Fresno's Convention Center exhibit hall was filled with California's future teachers today. More than 550 teacher hopefuls attended the 19th annual Spring Teacher Recruitment Fair sponsored by California State University, Fresno. 118 districts from all over the state were in town shopping for teachers. Research estimates a teacher shortage of 2.2 million teachers nationwide over the next decade.
They're predicting a need for between 250 and 300,000 new teachers in the state of California in the next 10 years. So we definitely need new teacher candidates, and the more we get, the better for the future of California.
Organizers say students coming out of California State University, Fresno have a great reputation and are known for being well prepared.
Well, hundreds of high school students learned about Fresno City College on this day. The college held its 14th annual open house called Showcase 2002. Tents lined the campus, giving students a look at the variety of clubs and programs that are located on campus.
It gives an opportunity for students to kind of see what Fresno City College has to offer and to become a part of the other 23,000 students that we already have on this campus.
Visitors also got a chance to check out one of the Fresno Police Department's SWAT vehicles. And here's a little interesting fact for you. Fresno City was the first community college in California. It was a fashion show with a lot of attitude, but it was also a lot of fun today. The 44th annual Ebony Fashion Fair was held at the Radisson in downtown Fresno this evening. The show, which tours across the U.S. and Canada, showcased the latest creations from internationally famous designers, some of whom are African Americans. The fair raises money for several local organizations.
Kopi is straight ahead with a wake-up weather forecast, plus the Crybaby Matinee is up next.
Fox Friday, it's a special hour of comedy. First, the best part of breaking up is making up. So are they back together?
Oh, yeah. God, no.
Find out on That 70s Show. Then something evil lurks on Grounded for Life.
I'm gonna die!
Plus, she was genetically engineered to be a human weapon. And now that her secret is out,
We are in pursuit.
Max will be forced into a deadly trap.
Let's do it!
An all-new Dark Angel. It all starts at 8/7 Central, Fox Friday.
I'm Silva Harapetian with KMPH News Radio. When news happens in our valley, I make certain you hear it first, right from the scene at KMPH News Radio 107.5.
I'm George Mason of the KMPH 10 o'clock news, the Valley's only primetime newscast, inviting you to stay informed all day long with News Radio 107.5 FM.
Would you believe your golf swing can actually make a difference in a child's life? Bring your A game to the Make-A-Wish Foundation's Tournament of Dreams, Monday, April 29th at Copper River Country Club. All golfers receive lunch, dinner, and a chance to take home raffle and auction prizes. Equipment demonstrations will be on site. All proceeds benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Become a dream maker April 29th at the Tournament of Dreams, sponsored by Phoenix Coatings and KMPH Fox 26.
Hi, I'm Pastor Willie Nolte, Fresno First Baptist Church. This is my wife, Joy.
Hi, I just wanted to say hello to you today and let you know that we're a family too in this community. We have 4 children ranging from high school down to preschool, and we feel that this is a great church to have families and to take part in what we have to offer at this church.
So we want to invite you to be a part of our church, watch our televised broadcast at 8 o'clock, or be here in person every Sunday, 9 o'clock or 10:45.
Tonight's closed captioning of the KMPH 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Best Buy. For the latest technology, turn on the fun at Best Buy.
Finally tonight, for many new parents, a trip to the movies is something they used to do, but now one movie theater is reaching out to these moms and dads with a family-friendly idea. Houston's Angelica Film Center is making it easy for new parents to get out of the house and enjoy a movie. Welcome to what is now known as the Crybaby Matinee. The matinee encourages parents to bring their babies to the movie without worrying about them disturbing other patrons.
You don't have to leave. Most people, they just have that conscience where, okay, the baby's crying, other people have paid for this movie, we'll just step out until the baby's done crying.
And you might think with so many babies in one theater that finding a changing table would be an impossible task. Not so. At the Crybaby Matinee in Houston, the changing table's right there so parents can even change a dirty diaper while watching a movie.
Wow, what will they
That's
think of
what
next?
we need. My wife and I, that's what we need.
You need a change? Okay.
No.
The Crybaby Matinee.
We need the Crybaby Matinee.
That's an interesting concept. We'll have to discuss that after we're off the air. All right, let's take a look and see what kind of weather we're going to have tomorrow morning. Well, guess what? Partly cloudy, 57 to 65, a beautiful day. Don't forget, start your day with a big, beautiful smile. What a happy, happy young lady.
Gorgeous smile from her. Yeah,
nice
like
one.
that.
Thank
All right,
you.
Cool. Hey, it's Friday. Almost.
It's Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. Another
That's
hour
right.
to go. That's right. We'll see you back here on Friday.
Have a great day.
She's the leader of the free world. She's Judge Judy. Watch her every weekday morning at 9 on KMPH Fox 26.